Good evening, everyone. You're watching Awaz News. I'm Kubra Ali, and I'll be taking you to top news across Canada.
A 15-year-old is seriously injured after being struck by a vehicle in Mississauga school parking lot on Monday morning, police say. The incident happened at Our Lady of Mount Carmel Secondary School located on Trelawney Circle. Peel Regional Police say the teen is being airlifted to a trauma center, noting while his injuries are serious, he is conscious and breathing. The circumstances surrounding the collision remain unclear at this time, but police said the driver remained on scene. A spokesperson from Dufferin Peel Catholic School Board confirmed to Awaz News the teen is a grade 9 student at the school who was riding his bike. Based on footage taken from Awaz News, on the scene, what appears to be a bike can be seen wedged underneath a black SUV. There are many students who would have witnessed the incident and the emergency services response as it occurred prior to the start of the school day, the DPC-DSP statement reads. This will be upsetting for some, and we have encouraged those who may need support to connect with any member of the school's administration team or student support services team. Police say the child's parents have been notified of the collision. Two teens from Scarborough are facing charges after police say they seized drugs and firearm in their car after they collided with a moose. Anishinaabe police say that they, along with the provincial police and the Bulletin area fire department, were called to Highway 69 in Wallbridge Township, Ontario on Saturday. They say nobody was injured in the collision. Following the research, police say they seized 250 grams of suspected fentanyl, 33 grams of cannabis, not in its original packaging, and one handgun with an extended magazine, as well as 16 rounds of ammunition. Officers say one teen concealed the gun in their waistband, adding the firearm had no manual, safety, or anything else to physically prevent the gun from unintentionally firing. Two 16-year-old boys are now facing a variety of gun, drug, and firearm-related charges, including possession of a Schedule I substance of the purpose of trafficking. Their identities are protected under the provisions of the Youth Criminal Justice Act, and the charges have not been tested in court. Investigators are asking anyone with relevant information to contact them at 705-865-2868 or Crime Stoppers anonymously. Liverpool, England. A car plowed into a crowd of Liverpool fans during a parade celebrating their side's Premier League soccer title on Monday, and police arrested a 53-year-old local man shortly afterwards. Merseyside police said a number of pedestrians were hit after the team's open-top coach carried players and coaching staff through the city centre for a victory parade. Unverified social media video showed people lying on the road. A Reuters photographer saw emergency services carrying victims on stretchers to ambulances and debris scattered on the road. A tent was set up. A video on social media showed a car driving at speed into fans lining the street, at one point appearing to swerve away from the most densely crowded area. Police surrounded the vehicle shortly afterwards, and other videos showed angry fans attempting to reach the driver. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer said on Twitter that the scenes were appalling and that he was being kept updated about the events. My thoughts are with all those injured or affected. I want to thank the police and emergency services for their swift and ongoing response to this shocking incident, Starmer said. The team said on Twitter it was in direct contact with police about the event. Our thoughts and prayers are with those who have been affected by this serious incident, Liverpool said. York Regional Police seized 15 firearms and more than 1,400 grams of raw fentanyl following a months-long investigation into a drug trafficking ring in Georgina, Ontario. Speaking at a news conference on Monday morning, police said they launched their investigation dubbed Project Madruga in February. 6 adults were arrested after search warrants were conducted in April and May in Toronto and York region. The accused range in age from 24 to 39 years old and face a combined total of 53 charges. In addition to the fentanyl, police said they seized 400 grams of cocaine, 70 grams of methamphetamines, 360 suspected opioid pills, more than 260 grams of illicit cannabis, and more than $7,000 in Canadian cash. In total, police say the monetary value of all the drugs seized is estimated at $215,000. The joint force investigation involved officers from the Toronto Police Service and Ontario Provincial Police. Sergeant Jason Markow said the investigation began after police received a tip from the public about a man who had been trafficking drugs in the region. Police said the alleged network of drug traffickers moved product from Toronto all the way to Huntsville, Ontario, but it is unclear whether drugs were manufactured. Markow noted the small community of Georgina has never seen a drug trafficking probe of this size and scope. We are seeing more people sell fentanyl. There is obviously great profits in it, he said.
On April 16th, we executed 5 residential search warrants and 1 storage unit in York Region and in Toronto. York Regional Police conducted these search warrants with the assistance of Toronto Police and with OPP. On May 8th, we did another search warrant in Aurora. These search warrants resulted in 15 firearms being seized. 7 were handguns, 4 shotguns, 4 rifles. Of those, 8 are restricted firearms, 5 are non-restricted, and 2 are prohibited.
The trafficking of opioids and associated violence in smaller rural communities like Georgina has a devastating impact on the people and the families that live and work there. Be it in a big city or a small town, York Regional Police will not stand for the trafficking of opioids or other illegal drugs anywhere in our region. And we will use all resources at our disposal to investigate drug traffickers, enforce the law to the fullest extent, and bring them to justice.
The Ontario government says it will provide record $30.3 billion as funding for schools next year, as the province's head of education promises to be relentless in holding school boards accountable on their spending. I have been clear with school boards across the province that we expect every dollar to be spent on directly supporting students, parents, and teachers, Education Minister Paul Calendra said in a statement Friday. The 3.3% increase over the 2024-2025 funding includes $16.5 billion to support classroom staff, $4.7 billion for librarians, guidance counselors, and mental health workers, as well as $3.9 billion for special education and $3 billion for operating costs such as maintaining, renovating, and renewing school buildings. Spending on Ontario schools made headlines last month after Calendra announced the ministry was investigating 3 boards, including the public and Catholic boards in Toronto, over alleged financial mismanagement. The Ministry of the Education was also said it was taking over a board in London which spent nearly $40,000 on a leadership retreat and ordered a Brantford area board to pay back $190,000 for trustees spent on a trip to Italy to buy art. Calendra, who took over the education file in March, has threatened to take over the Toronto District School Board as it faces a $58 million deficit. The province's biggest board has floated closing some of its schools to save money, which Calendra called an attack on students and teachers. Both unions also said that the $30.3 billion in funding does not address a $17 billion repair backlog. In a statement to Awaz News, a spokesperson for Ministry of Education echoed Calendra's initial remarks. Ontario Provincial Police have released a composite drawing of a suspect wanted in connection with an assault on an 84-year-old woman in Ajax last month. On April 23rd, OPP said a 2-vehicle collision happened at the Salem Road ramp heading eastbound on Highway 401 sometime between 10:35 a.m. and 11 a.m. that morning. An 84-year-old woman, who is now in a trauma center fighting for her life, was taken to hospital after being assaulted after this collision, OPP Sergeant Kerry Schmidt said in a video posted on Twitter at the time. Police are now sharing a composite drawing of the suspect in the assault. He's described as 20 to 35-year-old man with long black hair and tattoos on his arms and chest. They add that he was driving a white or light beige sedan that may be damaged. Updated images of the possible suspect vehicle appear to show a grey-colored sedan. OPP also shared an image of a hat the suspect may have been wearing at the time. They did not provide an update on the woman's condition. Anyone with the information is asked to call Whitby OPP at 905-688-3388 or Crime Stoppers anonymously. 2 people are injured following collision in Mississauga on Monday morning, paramedics say. The collision happened in the area of North Service and Quarter Roads at around 6:45 a.m. Paramedics say one person is in serious condition while another was transported to hospital with minor injuries. Paramedics did not say if both patients were in the same vehicle at the time of the collision or provide other details about the victims. Footage from the scene on Monday morning appears to reveal a black SUV and a black Dodge Ram pickup were involved in the collision. The circumstances surrounding the incident are unclear at this time. Paramedics say it took several hours to clear the road.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.